On July 20th, 1969, the lunar lander named Eagle became the first crewed spacecraft to touch down on the surface of the moon as part of the Apollo 11 mission. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin then became the first humans to walk on the moon, spending 2.5 hours on EVA at the Sea of Tranquility, picking up 21 kilograms of lunar surface material, conducting various experiments, and doing some symbolic things to mark the occasion. Their fellow astronaut Michael Collins remained in orbit in the command module, Columbia, scouting out other sites of interest for the next 6 lunar missions. The video that follows is an abridged version of the 7-part Apollo 11 tribute mission I put together last year. You can find the link to the full version in the video description. We begin the story of Apollo 11 on July 16th with the launch of the spacecraft atop the Saturn V rocket, sticking with the original archive audio through the mission.
40 seconds away from the Apollo 11 liftoff. All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go with Apollo 11. 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
Roger, we got a roll program.
Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on a proper heading. Plus 30 seconds.
Roll complete and the pitch is programmed.
One Bravo is a abort control mode. Altitude's 2 miles.
Oh, Houston, you're good at 1 minute.
Downrange 1 mile. Altitude 4 miles now. Velocity 2,195 feet per second. We're through the region of maximum dynamic pressure now. Set 8 miles downrange, 12 miles high. Velocity 4,000 feet per second.
Stand by for mode 1 Charlie. Mark, mode 1 Charlie. 1 Charlie.
Cliff Charlesworth taking a staging status.
Apollo 11, this is Houston, you are go for staging. Inboard cutoff.
Inboard engines out.
Confirm inboard cutoff.
Downrange 35 miles, 30 miles high. Standing by for the outboard engine cut down now.
Staging. And ignition. Well, Houston, thrust is go. All engines, you're looking good. Roger, you're loud and clear again.
Everyone's reporting go here in the control center.
We're are go for staging, over.
And go for staging.
Stand by for mode 4 capability.
Mode 4.
Mark, mode 4 capability.
Mode 4, Apollo 11 clicking into orbit using the surface propulsion system now. Altitude is 100 miles, downrange 883 miles. Outboard engine cut off.
Engine and ignition.
Ignition confirmed, thrust is go, 11.
We're predicting third stage shutdown at 11 minutes 42 seconds. Velocity 25,254 feet per second. Downrange 1,400 miles now. Altitude 102.8 nautical miles.
Shutdown.
Shutdown.
We are showing 101.4 by 103.6.
Roger, shut down. We copy 101.4 by 103.6. Apollo 11, this is Houston. You are confirmed to go for orbit.
Roger.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. Slightly less than 1 minute to ignition, and everything is go.
No inhibit anymore. 52 fuel lead. And ready to go to operate. 59. Stand by right now. There we go. Trust. Ignition. Call it at 15. Ray. Checklist, please, left.
We confirm ignition, and the thrust is go.
Don't look out window 1. If you look, if it looks like what I see out window 5, you don't want to look at it. I don't see anything. Right. Are these flashing? Oh, I see a little flashing out there.
That felt like a pitch change rather than an acceleration increase. Did it feel that way to you? Okay, we got a lighted horizon. That's 2.5 minutes. Pretty horizon. It's a fairly smooth ride, you know. It's just a little tiny bit rattling, but nothing like Stafford's.
Each that looks great. Don't think you could do any better. I'm sure I could.
See, a bright star out there must be Venus. Forgot to memorize John Mayer's views out the window well enough to say that's Venus or not, and it's sure bright.
What did you do about it?
Nothing.
1 minute.
Say, look, that's Venus.
10 feet per second off an H-gun. That's about where it is.
Here comes the old sun. Geez, that's going to be bright.
Glad I got my card up.
I'm glad you do too, Neil. That was a good idea. A hell of a good idea.
We have cut off. 3.3 on the Delta. Delta VC on EMS 3.3.
Beautiful. EMS function off.
Off.
Sex pyro arm, too safe.
I got out of kilter here. Let's go back. Let Buzz pick up on it. You're a little bit ahead of yourself in the check, okay? Okay, Houston, you read 11? Two on.
Two arm.
DMC mode auto.
Auto.
Start the digital and timer.
Okay, start.
And we're going to translate suspect hold. CM launch vehicle set push button. Watch the tank pressure and the engine light. Are you on tank pressures? You are. And you're going to go to 100.8. Good.
Here we go.
Hey, Houston, we're about to set.
Testing. Yep.
Trash. Set complete. Got Bella B.
Okay, got 0.7. I'm going to stop there.
Right, translation,
now.
dollar release. That'll be indicator minus 100.8.
Okay.
Launch ES propellant. Verify 8 upgrade.
Okay, you got problems there. Get
Yeah,
fix those for me. There you go.
I get them.
Okay. I'm going to go back to upgrade command. close it now. You have to keep pitching.
You man that pitch to South of him? You went to right. Oh, okay, I see a slaw panel going out. Okay, you got to get a 616 there. Okay, you got 100.4 now.
Yeah, I know those numbers don't mean anything. Yeah, they were 99 something when we turned around. Don't ask me why. I've thrusted toward him quite a bit, and I don't know why those numbers are screwed up, but they were. Flies like a spacecraft instead of a simulator.
Oh, that's good.
Sure beautiful. I hope you get some pictures first.
I got the 16 millimeter.
Is it going?
16 frames at S8.
Yeah.
Infinity. 1250. Centimeter.
It's beautiful.
It really looks nice, doesn't it?
Okay, we're closing at a leisurely fashion.
Can I hold something for you? Take a couple of TVs.
Yeah, you might look, if you're looking for something to do, you might just look over my panel 1 and 8 and all that, make sure all the switches are to your liking.
Yeah, I'll do it. The whole lamp quivers every so often. All the surface of it, you know, it just kind of shakes like that. Yeah. Not just in one spot, so it's not being hit. Oh, but it's something.
Stand by, we're getting very close.
Just from the apps firing, you think?
Stand by, we're close.
Yeah, that wasn't as smooth as docking I had done. Yeah, it felt good from here. I didn't see it. I mean, the gas consumption would be a lot more than I would have guessed. You know, I thought I could about equal the simulator in the real world, and I did, and I bet you I used, I hate to quote a number, but I've been down around 30-some pounds in the simulator, and I bet this is 50, 60 pounds, 70 pounds, I don't know. Hate to quote a number. You know, I got to go in there and dick. I'm not sure that we were getting any calm right now. Now let Buzz do his high gain thing, and I'll get ready to go dick with the tunnel. Sure squiggly, isn't it? It really wanders all over, doesn't it? Neil, where do you put this guy usually? I clip it to that clip up there beside the coax. Those clips up there? Yeah. One of those. Hey, if you're through there, give me a load 64. What? Okay. I'm amazed how it just wanders around for the given setting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it sounds like we got it now. There's your bird 64. We got signal stream. Okay.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. All your systems are looking good going around the corner. We'll see you on the other side. Over. Roger. Everything looks okay up here. Roger out.
And we've had loss of signal as Apollo 11 goes behind the moon. We were showing a distance to the moon of 309 nautical miles at LOS, velocity 7,664 feet per second. Weight was 96,012 pounds. We're 7 minutes 45 seconds away from the LOI number 1 burn, which will take place behind the moon, out of communications. With a good lunar orbit insertion burn, the Madrid station should acquire Apollo 11 at 76 hours 15 minutes 29 seconds. Acquisition time for no burn, 76 hours 5 minutes 30 seconds.
Getting back. Got the B closed. We're looking good. There comes B. Thrust A, mark. Got them both. Okay, now what's your chamber pressure? It's good. 95. Carson is oscillating around. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 7, 9. Okay, Great. All valves closed. Descent. Barber folds. All four. Standing by for the gimbal motor.
All right. Pitch 1, off.
Got it.
Draw 1, off.
Got it.
Pitch 2, off.
Got it.
We're past the no burn acquisition time now, and we have received no signal. It's very quiet here in the control room. Most of the controllers seated at their consoles, a few standing up, but very quiet. That noise is just bringing up the system. We have not acquired a signal. "30 seconds. Madrid AOS. Madrid AOS. Telemetry indicates that the crew is working on the antenna angles to bring the high gain antenna to bear.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. How do you read?
Reading you loud and clear, Houston. How are you?
Roger, reading you the same now. Could you repeat your burn status report? We copied the residuals and burn time, and that was about it. Send the whole thing again, please.
It was right perfect. Delta take 0, burn time 5:57. CAD values on the angles, VGX minus 0.1, VGY minus 0.1, VGZ plus 0.1, no trim, minus 6.8 on Delta BC. Fuel was 38.8, Mach 39.0, plus 50 unbalanced. We ran an increase on the pugs. Now to 44, showed us in a 60.9 by 169.9.
Roger, we copy your burn status report. And the spacecraft is looking good to us on telemetry.
Apollo 11 is getting its first view of the landing approach. This time we're going over the Taruntius craters, and the pictures and maps brought back by Apollos 8 and 10 have given us a very good preview of what to look at here. Looks very much like the pictures, but like the difference between watching a real football game and one on TV. There's no substitute for actually being here.
Roger, we concur, and we certainly wish we could see it firsthand also.
We're going over the Messier series of craters right at time, looking vertically down on them, and Messier A, we can see good-sized blocks in the bottom of the crater. I don't know what our altitude is now, but that indicates those are pretty good-sized blocks.
Okay, just roughly, it looks like you're about 120 miles or 130 miles right now. Makes that 127 miles.
We're over Mount Maryland at the present time at its ignition point.
Roger, thank you. And our preliminary tracking data for the first few minutes shows you in a 61.6 by 169.5 orbit, over. 11 Houston, during your SPS burn as played back on tape down here, we've observed the nitrogen tank Bravo pressure in the SPS system dropping a little bit more than we anticipated. It's holding steady right now. We'll continue to watch it and keep you posted if anything comes up, over.
This is Apollo Control at 102 hours 12 minutes into the flight of Apollo 11. We're now 2 minutes 53 seconds from reacquiring the spacecraft, 21 minutes 23 seconds from the beginning of the powered descent to the lunar surface. It's grown quite quiet here in Mission Control. a few moments ago, Flight Director Gene Kranz requested that everyone sit down, get prepared for events that are coming, and he closed with the remark, "Good luck to all of you."
Our radar checks indicate 50,000 foot parallel. Our visual altitude checks are setting it out at about 53,000.
Roger, copy.
And Houston, we got a 500 alarm early in the program. Went to descent 1, proceeded on it, and we're back at auto again. Over.
Roger, we saw that, Buzz. Thank you much, Al.
I say again now. Okay, that wasn't an alarm. That was a code. Okay.
Roger, we saw that. Columbia, Houston, we've lost him on the high gain again. Would you please, we recommend he yaw right 10 degrees and reacquire. Eagle, this is Columbia. Your go for PDI, and they recommend you yaw right 10 degrees and try the high gain again. Eagle, you read Columbia?
Right, we read you.
Okay.
Coming up on 1 minute to ignition.
Take in the angles, though. I'll set them in to use them before we yaw around.
Roger. Pitch 212, yaw plus 37.
Copy. 1, 0. Pitching 10%. Houston, I'm getting a little fluctuation in the AZ voltage now.
Roger.
50 meter maybe, huh?
Stand by. It's looking good to us. You're still looking good at coming up 3 minutes.
Okay, we went by the 3 minute point early. A little long. Pretty deep, looks real good. Hold it right on. Our position check downrange shows us to be a little off.
Roger, copy.
Houston, you're looking at our Delta H.
That's affirmative.
Program alarm.
Looking good to us, over.
The 1202. 1202.
Good radar data. Altitude now 33,500 feet.
Give us a reading on the 1202 program alarm.
Roger, we got you. We're going at alarm.
Roger, 330.
6 plus 25, throttle down. 6 plus 25, throttle down.
Roger, copy. 6 plus 25.
We're still go. Altitude 27,000 feet.
Same alarm, and it appears to come up when we have a 1668 up.
Roger, copy.
Okay, 5,100 feet per second.
Eagle, you're looking great. Coming up 9 minutes.
I'm going to check my attitude control.
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good. Altitude 5,200 feet.
Okay, 75 feet. Car's looking good. Down a half. 6 forward.
60 seconds.
Lights on. 6. Down 2.5. Forward. Forward. That's 40 feet down 2.5. Picking up some dust. 30 feet, 2.5 down. Straight shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward. Drifting to the right a little. 20 feet, down a half.
30 seconds.
Forward. Just. Okay. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. ACA at a descent. Out of descent. Mode control both auto, descent, engine command override off. Engine arm off. Port 13 is in.
We copy you down, Eagle.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Master arm on. Take care of the descent. I'll get the stuff prepared.
Houston, I read Columbia on the high gain.
Roger, we rigged you 5 by Columbia. He has landed Tranquility Base. Eagle is at Tranquility, over.
Yeah, I heard the whole thing.
Well, good show.
Fantastic.
Top reset. Houston, this is Neil, radio check.
Neil, this is Houston, loud and clear. Break. Buzz, this is Houston, radio check and verify TV circuit breaker in.
Roger, TV circuit breakers in. Page 5 clear.
Roger. And we're getting a picture on the TV.
Okay. You got a good picture, huh?
There's a great deal of contrast in it, and currently it's upside down on our monitor, but we can make out a fair amount of detail. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now.
Neil, we can see you coming. Okay, I just checked getting back up to that first step. That isn't collapsed too far, but it's adequate to get back up.
Roger, we copy.
It's a pretty good little jump.
Buzz, this is Houston. F2, 1/160th second for shadow photography on the sequence camera.
Okay. I'm at the foot of the ladder. The LEM footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches, although the surface appears to be very, very fine-grained as you get close to it. It's almost like a powder. Ground mass is very fine. I'm going to step off the LEM now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. As the surface is fine and powdery, I can pick it up loosely with my toe. It does adhere in fine layers, like powdered charcoal, to the sole and sides of my boot. I only go in a small fraction of an inch, maybe an eighth of an inch, but I can see the footprints of my boots and the treads in the fine sandy particles.
How far are my feet from the edge?
Okay, you're right at the edge of the porch.
Okay. Making sure not to lock it on my way out.
Particularly good thought.
That's our home for the next couple hours. We want to take good care of it. Okay, I'm going to leave that 1 foot up there and both hands down about the 4th rung up.
There you go.
Okay, now I think I'll do the same.
A little more. About another inch. There, you got it?
That's a good step.
Yep. About a 3-footer.
Beautiful view.
Isn't that something? Magnificent sight out here.
Magnificent desolation. Hey, Neil, didn't I say we might see some purple rocks?
Find a purple rock?
Yep.
Okay, Houston, tell me, get a new picture.
Neil, this is Houston. That's affirmative. We're getting a new picture. You can tell it's a longer focal length lens. And for your information, all LEM systems are go, over.
For your information, all LEM. We appreciate that, thank you. Neil is now unveiling the plaque that is... For those who haven't read the plaque, we'll read the plaque that's on the front landing gear of this LEM. There's two hemispheres, one showing each of the two hemispheres of Earth. Underneath it says, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969 AD. It came in peace for all mankind." It has the crew members' signatures and the signature of the President of the United States. Turn around to your right, you better. I don't want to go into the sun if I can avoid it. That's right, yeah. I'll just leave it. All right, let it sit like that and walk around it. Houston, how's that field of view going to be? Pick up the Mesa Huawei? Right.
Neil, this is Houston. The field of view is okay. We'd like you to aim it a little bit more to the right, over.
Okay. Okay, that's all the cable we have. All the way out. I'll start working on the shoulder.
A little bit too much to the right. Can you bring it back left about 4 or 5 degrees? Okay, that looks good, Neil.
Hey, that looks good, Neil. Houston, Columbia on the high gain, over.
Columbia, this is Houston reading you loud and clear, over.
Yeah, this is Houston reading. Yeah, reading you loud and clear. How's it going?
Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. I believe they're setting up the flag now.
Great.
I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.
That's all right, I don't mind a bit. How is the quality of the TV?
Oh, it's beautiful, Mike. It really is.
Oh, geez, that's great. Is the lighting halfway decent?
Yes, indeed. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface.
Up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface. Beautiful, just beautiful.
Neil, this is Houston radio check, over.
All right, Houston, loud and clear.
Roger out.
Loud and clear, Houston.
Roger, Buzz. You're in our field of view now.
You do have to be. All right, you do have to be rather careful to keep track of where your center of mass is. Sometimes it takes about 2 or 3 paces to make sure that you've got your feet underneath you. So-called kangaroo hop does work, but it seems your forward stability is not quite as good as it is in the conventional, more conventional one foot after another.
Neil and Buzz, the President of the United States is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you, over.
That would be an honor.
Go ahead, Mr. President. This is Houston out.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you... For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure they too join with America in recognizing what an immense feat this is. Because of what you have done, the heavens have become a part of man's world. And as you talk to us from the Sea of Tranquility, it inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to Earth. For one priceless moment in the whole history of man, all the people on this earth are truly one. One in their pride in what you have done, and one in our prayers that you will return safely to Earth.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor and privilege for us to be here representing not only the United States, but men of peace of all nations, and with interest and a curiosity and with a vision for the future. Honor for us to be able to participate here today.
And thank you very much, and I look forward, all of us look forward to seeing you on the Hornet on Thursday.
Look forward to that very much, sir.
The Lick Observatory in California reports a return on the laser.
Third place. Neil, this is Houston. Did you get the Hasselblad magazine?
Yes, I did.
Thank
Here
you.
we got about, I'd say 20 pounds of carefully selected, if not documented, samples.
Houston, roger. Well done. Out.
In the second box.
Okay, the hatch is closed and latched. And verified secure.
Okay.
Okay, master arm on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Fourth stage, engine arm ascent. Proceed. Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up. 5 pitch over.
This is Apollo Control. 127 hours, 50 minutes ground elapsed time. Less than a minute now away from acquisition of the spacecraft Columbia. Hopefully flying within a few feet of it will be Eagle. Docking should take place about 10 minutes from now, according to the flight plan. However, this is a crew option matter.
Okay, Mike. I'll try to get position here, and then you got it.
That was a funny one, you know. I didn't feel it touch, and I thought things were pretty steady. I went to retract there, and then that's when all hell broke loose. Were you guys, did it appear to you to be that you were jerking around quite a bit during the retract cycle?
Apollo 11, good morning from Houston, over.
Good morning, 11.
Hi, Roger. We saw you were up stirring around, and we thought that you were probably eating your breakfast there. Just in general, we'll probably start coming up with the uplink of the state vectors and the target loads and what have you at about 190.50, somewhere in that area, and then get you started to work.
Okay.
In the meantime, while you're eating your breakfast there, I've got the Maroon Bugle all standing by here to give you the morning news.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay, Apollo 11 remains the prime story, with the world awaiting your landing today at about 11:49 a.m. Houston time. President Nixon surprised your wives with a phone call from San Francisco just before he boarded a plane to fly out to meet you. All of them were very touched by your television broadcast. Jan and Pat watched from Mission Control here. The research submarine Ben Franklin, which is studying the Gulf Stream, set a record by drifting 24 hours from 10 to 100 feet above the ocean floor in 1,300 feet of water off the Georgia coast. The mission is led by Jacques Picard. Air Canada says it has accepted 2,300 reservations for flights to the moon in the past 5 days. It might be noted that more than 100 have been made by men for their mothers-in-law. And finally, it appears that rather than killing romantic songs about the moon, you have inspired hundreds of songwriters. Nashville, Tennessee, which probably houses the largest collection of recording companies and song publishers in the country, now reports it is being flooded by moon songs. Some will make it. The song at the top of the bestsellers list this week is In the Year 2525. Morning Bugle out.
Thank you very much.
Apollo 11, Houston, can you tell us where the visor assemblies ended up there?
We're going to follow your suggestion and stow them under the right-hand couch.
Roger, mighty fine.
Houston, Apollo 11. Say, Ron, I wonder if you could give us a good Navy explanation for this Delta H term, over.
Roger, let me think about it and I'll come back.
You too, huh?
Right.
Collins has got one, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Apollo 11, Houston, I have your entry pad, over. Roger, entry pad area is the mid-Pacific. Roll 000 152 001.
The Apollo 11 command module re-entered and then splashed down in the northern Pacific Ocean on July 24th, paving the way for 6 further Apollo lunar missions, 5 of which would successfully land, with Apollo 13 unable to do so due to the explosion in its service module. There is no way to summarize this program's accomplishment except to say that it is the most amazing thing human beings have ever done, the most amazing adventure they have ever embarked upon, and it took a unique confluence of economic, political, social, and technological factors in order to achieve it. We can only hope that other confluences of trends will allow humanity to pursue greater projects in the future. Thank you for watching this presentation of Today in Space History for July 20th, the landing of the lunar module Eagle on the surface of the moon in 1969. Special thanks to Frizzank for the Apollo Saturn rocket model used in this video.